It's the Garage Shared podcast. I'm Gavin Ford.
I'm BitRate.
And today we have one of the best garage MCs of all time, part of the best garage crew of all time, the Party Starters. Just celebrated 30 years at Ministry of Sound on Sunday. We're here with Mighty Mo.
Yes, guys.
Hey!
Yes, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for the
Thank you
intro.
for coming. We've just done a mix for Selector and Friends album, which is out now as we do this. Now. You're on the album, collaboration album. How did the collab come about?
It came about by me simply sending an a cappella for a mix I did where I was MCing over it, and I just threw him the a cappella and I said, look, can you use some of this and do something with it? And yeah, he churned out the tune, no problem, man. So it's easy. I didn't even have to do anything.
So you heard of Selector before, then you like a fan of his stuff before?
Yeah, definitely a fan of his music. I kind of knew him before his name sort of was about. We were working with Sound School. So Sound School is an organisation that works with young people, giving them an opportunity to sort of express themselves through music. And Selector was doing production. He was showing them how to use Logic, stuff like that. And I was working with them with sort of singing and songwriting and rapping.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. He was always a wizard, man. He's just like...
Always been a wizard.
Yeah.
Always been a wizard. We've been saying it from day one.
Yeah, he's been around sort of working with us for a little while and stuff. And we've done, like a lot of shows with him and stuff. Talk about shows like... And you're celebrating 30 years. We wanted to know, like, what's your favourite club or rave that you've played, like back in the day, basically?
Well,
or it could be present.
Yeah, we've done a lot, man. I'll probably take it back to like the sort of heydays, garage heydays in Iron Upper. And there was a club that it doesn't exist anymore, but there was a club sort of away. It was a bit of a way away from sort of the main square and where all the main clubs were. To go away a bit. It's called Pizzazz. It was the biggest club they had out there, and it was a good spot. Do you know what I mean?
That laugh says a lot. That.
Yeah, it was a good spot. We used to stay on a hotel on top of the club, so we literally just come downstairs, play in the club, and then when you're ready, you can just go back upstairs. Very convenient. Yeah, we had some good times there. We broke their records. We did my birthday there one year. It was 2001. We broke their records of, how many people they had through the door and whatever. It's just a mad, like Iron Upper's a bit of a sort of mad place, you know what I mean? There was an office and a giant safe in there. And, what was the guy's name? I can't remember his name, but his office was there and he just had a huge fucking
There's always a giant safe.
Was that, so obviously that was 2001.
Tony,
What's the place you played recently that you thought this is the best club or rave recently?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't pick one out and say, yeah, we're
all shit now.
We're always traveling. I mean, a lot of the sort of iconic venues have gone, but the party people are still there and the parties are still going on. So one way or another, we're still out there partying. People are having a good time, man. So. Can't grumble. Ministry was great the other night, or the other day.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
Kano coming out.
Yeah, we had Kano, Boy Better Know. It was a great event, man.
Yeah, it's the first rave in years that I actually wish I went to. Like, I haven't wanted to go to a rave as a punter in a long time, but I saw the clips of that and I was like, fuck's sake. Yeah. I wish I was at that. What's the biggest difference from... Been doing this 30 years. What's the biggest difference from 30 years ago to now? What do you feel when you perform?
The biggest difference, I'm older. From my perspective, do you know what I mean? But I don't know. A lot has changed, I guess. Used to be able to smoke a spliff in a rave.
Oh, yeah.
You could just have a spliff on stage while they're emceeing. I mean, that was nice. Some places you can still do that.
I was going to say, you tried it since. It might be all right.
You know what? Like, people enjoy dancing, know. And I think that's something that's just timeless. It's just intrinsic, isn't it? It's like it's built in. It's tribal, man. People like to dance and be together and share energy, man. So that doesn't change. That's always there, man. And, you know, no matter the different scenes and the genres or the fashion or whatever, it might change. Or it kind of goes round in circles and it recycles itself. But yeah, people like to dance, man.
You should ask this one because you've done the research on this one.
All right, okay. So I might be wrong. Don't think I am. But Super Glue Rhythm, Heartless theme, was originally called the Love Song.
Yes.
And
correct.
it had either one word or one line that ran through it.
It was like a song. It was like a series of hooks. But the main hook that would repeat was, it wasn't Heartless, gonna do it right.
Yeah.
It was completely different.
What was it?
It was, you can suck our dicks all night long. No, this ain't a love song.
Yeah, I feel like the majors might have had problems with that one.
Did you present that to the label?
We weren't signed at that time, and that was well before that. But
is that what you do live over that rhythm when you were doing gigs?
Yeah, we would perform it. So we sort of arranged these sort of hooks, and Bush's cousin PL was on the track as well. And yeah, we just thought, this is great, you know. We thought this was a great song. It's really sort of funny. It was tongue in cheek, you know what I mean? But funny was like, guys, like, we need to go back to the drawing board, you know what I mean? Let's have another look at this. Yeah, it's definitely.
It was 2001. It was the same time.
Yeah.
That hotel up the top of the club. I can see how it all come about now.
Lyrics wise, like I think you're one of the best. What with regards to especially garage and stuff, like one of the best lyrical garage MCs. Like whenever I used to go out and stuff, it was like a highlight of me and my mates to be like, yeah, like Mo's gonna fucking kill it. Like actually listening, you are hosting, but you're adding in stuff as well. So whenever you guys as well release music as well, it was like more engaging. So with that in mind, what's the favourite lyric of your own to perform?
Ooh. I don't know. I just like saying, we got the vibe, yo. That's really my favorite, man, because it's just, I don't know, people know it and they instantly know. Like sometimes, you know, I just say it before I say anything else and then people know, oh yeah, you know, Mo's here. But yeah, I guess in terms of MCing, I sort of sit somewhere, like I grew up on a lot of hip hop. I was really into my hip hop before I got into garage, and so that influenced me, and then listening to a lot of the jungle MCs influenced me. But then I guess, yeah, I incorporated some of that lyricism into garage, which at the time, it was very simple, wasn't it, garage MCing? So I kind of pushed it a bit further, but I kind of sit somewhere in between there and then grime and sort of the UK hip hop stuff where they took it even more deeper into the lyrics.
I think you sat in that sweet spot of like being able to host and entertain, but at the same time you could go to the lyrics side of things if you needed to. Because
you can't have too much in a rave. You don't want something too complicated. People don't want to think too much about stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, you kind of got to do it. Yeah, get the right balance.
Yeah, you can lay it down on record, but you can also hype it up in the rave as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you did where you got the vibe? Do you remember like doing it and thinking, fucking hell, I need to stick with this?
Probably would have been Pirate Radio, probably.
Mission FM, is it?
Yeah. I was just trying to the lyrics like that I wrote in those days were just really trying to promote Heartless Crew and just, say what we do and what we're capable of. Do you know what I mean? It's like almost like advertising.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still catchy. They still stick, man.
Will there ever be a Heartless Crew album?
There was a Heartless Crew album that we did back in the days, but it never came out. Never saw the light of day. I don't think we would put that out because it just wasn't really a true reflection of who we were, and it was sort of a bit of a mishmash of different people getting involved that the label tried to bring in or whatever. But would there ever be a Heartless Crew album? I'd like to say yes, there would be, yeah. Yeah, we're recording, we're writing. There's a lot of sort of material. In a way, it's like when we go out, we're kind of expected to do a certain type of set, which we can do with our eyes closed, you know what I mean? And it's good fun for us. But there are more layers to us, I guess, that we've yet to unleash on people. So, yeah,
We got any more crisp biscuits coming up?
Well, there's some in the cupboard.
Personally, like the way I see it is like this is the perfect. You guys were kind of like ahead of the game a little bit for mixing different genres of music so smoothly and bringing it in.
Yeah.
And the way that, like you've probably seen it being out now, the way that clubbing is at the moment, people do want different genres of music in one night. It's like it's not so like, okay, I only want to go and listen to garage all night. It's like, no, they do want a bit of everything and stuff.
That was always our thing, because we were a sound system. So, I was a hip-hop DJ. Bush was playing ragga, you know what I mean? Fonty would play the jungle. And that's what we were into. We'd have all the genres and we'd want to entertain and show everyone, our range. So when we joined Pirate Radio and they was like, we wanted to play a garage set because they were sort of going in that direction and garage was new to us, and we just sort of went with the flow, but we kept that flavors in and threw in the slow jams or threw in the sort of the halftime hip hop stuff as well.
You were the first ones that were doing that I'd heard of, like, doing over instrumentals and stuff like that, and then mixing them in with the garage as well, like bringing the R&B element into it and sort of, but making it very much your own and stuff.
That's right. Yeah, even playing jungle tunes, slowing down jungle tunes. Yeah. When we first joined Pirate Radio, we always wanted to be breaking the jungle scene. And we'd even do crisp biscuits as well, like mixing some of the slower hip-hop and R&B stuff into the jungle. But yeah, when we come on garage, me and Bush, we were still new to the MCing. We had a handful of lyrics, and we would slow down our jungle lyrics and chat them over the garage, yeah. But as time went on, we'll move on. getting drag it out too much.
Who is your favourite MC?
Man. Wow, I don't know. What genre, do you know what I mean?
Any.
When I was coming up, MC Det.
Oh, yeah,
was my favourite, yeah, because he just sounded larger than life, you know what I mean? And he had that hip-hop flavour that was definitely there. So, yeah, coming up I think MC Det was my favourite.
Okay, and producer, like someone that's making tunes, like, so Frey, you're out, Fonty plays a record, but that produces tunes.
For garage, Chris Mack.
Yeah.
Hands down, yeah.
Nice.
Chris Mack. And again, he had the sort of hip-hop element, and, we'd sample soul tunes, rare groove tunes. It just had that sort of hip-hop roughness to it, man. So, yeah, definitely Chris Mack's got the groove, man.
Is there a favourite tune for you to spit on? There's one, like, that's going to get you fired up. Someone drops it, that's the one. You push Bushkin out of the way and like, no, this is me.
I don't know, I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, I don't know.
I was like, because it takes us to our last question, so this might be the answer of this question.
All right.
We always ask this. What's the best garage track of all time, in your opinion? Your answer may change in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If the first one that comes, do you know what I mean? I always sort of say the gut feeling of like, that might be the...
Yeah, I would say Gabrielle for me, but I know you guys had a discussion and you're saying that's not...
No, it's not. Whatever. I think, we all love the music, so it's so many different options, but...
It's got to be up there, isn't it? It's got to be like...
It's not, again, it's one of those things that I was saying earlier. If somebody picked that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't be like, no, that's not what we go. Well, yeah, I'd be proud of that.
Yeah.
Like if you, as a fan, you go, if that's the tune that you're representing, the genre that you love, you go, that pretty stands up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't see how anyone could get angry about that choice, but they probably will.
Well, there's probably somebody who's
in the comments. There's someone's getting angry about it.
Heaven ever.
You always say you can't please everyone, man. But no, that tune's very, very spiritual, very soulful. It just sort of it resonates deeply.
Are you closing with that tune or starting with that tune? It's like, it's always considered to be the closer, right? Or like whatever, but then like, statement of intent, I'm just going to start with it. Like, whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Bring on the trumpet.
All right, thank you, Marty Mo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me, man.
On the Selector and Friends album, which is out now. Check it out. It's in the bio and that.
Yeah.
Wicked, thank you for coming. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Hit them with a style to make them rock wow.